So this project involves the Anasazi tribe, and we are going to make a pot using the coil and scrape method. And you can choose to make a mug, like in this picture, a bowl, or even maybe a vase or a pitcher. We can use underglazes to get these patterns. And if you want to make this with air dry clay, you can certainly use acrylic paint to get some kind of design similar to this. So I'm just starting with a base. I didn't roll this out. I just kind of took a ball of clay and smashed it with my hand. And nothing has to be a perfect circle. This is all very organic and it looks very much homemade. So I have the base of my bowl and it's pretty close to being a good circle. It's a little off, but it's okay. And then I'm going to take some coils. I rolled out a few ahead of time. I have some really thick coils. And I'm going to start with some really thick ones at the bottom. And you want to make the coils big enough that they go around fully. Ideally, they make it all the way around the pot. And this is very wet clay, so I don't have to do a lot of scoring and slipping right now. I'm going to cut that and I'm going to put this in here. What I'm going to do is add a couple coils first, and then I'm going to start the scraping process. So make sure that when you have a seam that you don't always have the seam in the same space. So you kind of move that seam to a different place along the pot as you're adding coils. And you're not going to see the coils, so they don't have to be perfect because we are going to scrape and scrape them together. The coils are used to build the pot, so you have to kind of decide as you go. Do you want your pot or your bowl to open up? Do you want to make it a pitcher that's going to go up and come up and make a spout? Do you want to make a vase? Do you want to make a mug? A mug is going to be more straight up. So you kind of have to decide which one that you want to make first, so you kind of know what you're going to do. And I guess what I'm going to do is start to open this up because I want it to be a bowl and wider at the top. So as you see, I've already added 3 coils, and they're pretty fat coils. And I think I'm going to stop there and just show you how I'm going to make this start to look like a bowl. So you have 2 tools that you're going to use in your kit. You can start to scrape on the inside, or you can use your fingers too, and start to just push everything together and make it one full piece. Actually, our fingers are pretty much our best tool anyway. So I like the using my hands on the inside of this bowl. And then I'm going to show you on the outside. It's called a coil and scrape method. So the ribs are really what you're scraping with. So I'm just kind of getting rid of all the seams here and connecting everything. So you don't have to worry about slip. You don't have to worry about scoring because it's all really going to become one piece. So on the outside, I definitely am going to take one of my ribs and start connecting them on the outside. I do like some of these ribs. I like the silicone ribs, or in the classroom we have rubber ribs. They also are very useful to do this part. This is very soft clay, so I could even wait and build a few more coils and then decide to do the scraping part. The scraping is what closes in the coils. You just want to make sure that you connect the coils before it gets so tall or deep that you can't fit your hands back in. So this is going to be a pot, a bowl, And I'm just gonna keep putting on a couple more coils and connecting everything. And that's about it. And then the decoration will come after it's fired or air dried if you use air dry clay. And then you can paint it to resemble some of the Anasazi pots.